Hmm.
and then woke up around 3:30 ish to
Mhm.
get ready for the D&D. But then I saw your message. Okay, cool. Let me just steal a few more minutes of sleep, and then I did that, and then used the bathroom, and then here I am.
Here you are. Alrighty. Hello again, everybody. To Iraqi Wolves live stream, and I'll be your DM for the Dungeons and Dragons. You know, narration stuff. Episode 2 of Biggie and the Curse at Silent Peak. That's what the title of this spin-off adventure is. And we have the lovely Dom as Figaro or Biggie.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind with that comment.
So yeah, let me just go ahead and just click on the things. Get started. So last time, you guys, um, a servant hand kind of like knocked on Figgy's door, and Figgy answered the door, and the guy told him about he's looking for people to go and find and destroy this unnamed relic or artifact. And Figgy went to go and find Tamara, but while he was looking for Tamara, he found a little cobalt merchant and bought a lot of stuff from the kobold and everything, and then after that he went and eventually found Tamara, which was handling a package, like taking a package, we're kind of like trading off with an orc merchant, and they talked for a bit, caught up, walked towards the tavern where they talked and chilled and everything with their drinks and stuff. And we're in the middle of that, um, and that's where we left off. So
Indeed.
go ahead.
And I believe we were discussing other possible candidates.
Yeah. So all the possible candidates, tomorrow kind of maybe the goblin tomorrow was. I mean, the Lucara was it? Maybe she'll help us if we can find her around the city.
It's possible. It's possible. That will probably help us out. Yes.
And I guess I can send for Klein to help us with the cart driving in at least.
That can also work.
Hmm. And if you like to recruit anybody, I don't mind having new recruits on here.
Well, most of the people that I would know of, apparently, I guess they're off doing their own thing. So I'm out of ideas in that regard. So to I guess compensate for these things, I decided to pick up a couple of more music notes and music scrolls to help me with this little endeavor.
Yes, when music is I would say a cure to the heart or to the soul.
It is also the cure to the keeping us alive.
Yeah, there's that. Alright.
So I have these list of scrolls here, and he just puts out the list of music scrolls on the table.
She kind of looks
So
at
I
them.
guess
Hmm. Sorry, go on. I'm like, she
so.
listens to you and looking at the scrolls.
So I was thinking of probably going over at least some of these before our little trip tomorrow, and morning,
Hmm.
and I want to see what these actually can be able to do. So this is the part where I'm just gonna do these song shows that we got, such as I know it was the tango one, and I know the other ones were
The Starway to Heaven one,
mm-hmm.
the what's it called? Hotel California one. That's the Eagles. Literally, they're the Eagles. Like they're Eagles. Literally Eagles. Some other ones. Oh yeah, one was a Spanish. What was a Spanish ensemble.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Got the other two. But yeah, she's looking at them. She's like, "Oh, wow, these are quite old."
Yes, you can kind of tell it from all the justice on them, but I believe they may hold some special benefits.
Yeah, I mean,
Would you be willing to help me learn at least one of these?
I'm not a music person, but I can certainly try.
Oh
Yeah.
no, don't worry. Uh, don't worry about that. This is kind of just more like to see how the process is done,
Hmm.
and in case I do need some help with something, you might be able to add some enlightenment to it. You don't really need any musical prowess to go ahead and have that.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm down helping you out.
However, I do have one very particular question that I need to ask.
I
Uh,
shouldn't raise his
how good are
eyebrows.
you at how good are you at dancing?
She kind of like thinks for a bit. Trying to remember how like her skills in you know in dancing. And just what is her charisma? Oh my god. Alright. Let's see. No, it's pretty good, I guess. She's like, well, not too great, but not too awful. So probably an average amount of like dancing skill.
Hmm. Would you say it's good enough to learn how to do, say, the tango?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I could try. Yeah, the, I mean, yeah, I could certainly try to learn tango if it's easy.
Well, see, that's the thing. Most dancing ensembles and whatnot aren't necessarily hard, but they aren't necessarily easy as well. So this is gonna take a little bit of hard work. But if you're willing to cooperate with me, we might be able to work something else.
All right. It's kind of
But
like,
I don't think the tavern floor is the perfect space for that.
oh, I've definitely, course not. I mean, like, there's a bunch of people out there.
So how about after we take care of our meal and stuff over here, we just take our supplies, head up to my room, and then we can just practice there. There's plenty of room space there for a tango.
Sure. So, kind of like she calls him the waiter. Kind of like the waiter comes in. Yes. And he looks at the do you want anything to eat?
Uh, yes. I would like your I would like your roasted chicken, please.
And the maid kind of like goes and scribbles it down. Then looks expecting you to tomorrow. And what about you? And Tamara's kind of like leans forward a bit and says, um, I will like to have the spicy chicken in the broth type of thing with rice and smush beans. That's right with you. Like, what's that platter called? And then the waitress is like, that is oh, you're right. It's that platter. Okay. She goes in and write that down and everything. And what about any regular drinks? Looks at both of you guys.
Uh, another glass of milk, please.
Okay. And then Tamara kind of like, if you have any lemonade, that'd be great. Sure, got it. And then she writes it down and goes and I'll be right back with your drinks, and then I'll let the cook know about your order, and I'll be right back. And then it goes and runs over to the bartender, which usually takes the order and then puts it on like a rack type of thing for the slip and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and dings the chime, ting ting, and then let's say like 5 more minutes, the waitress can like comes back with the drinks, and then a big pitcher of water, and she's like, "Water's on the house, by the way."
Oh, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated.
You're welcome. Enjoy your drinks, and I'll be right back with your meals. And goes and um goes and like with other tables and takes orders too as well. Um, see how busy it is. I'm gonna roll for that. Rolling. It's not that too much busy. There's about 5 people, like in the stretch out in the bar and everything. And I mean in the tavern and stuff. They're just like chatting and stuff like that. Um, as you're waiting for your drinks, waiting for your food, give me a perception.
Okay. Perception is alright. Cool. Doo-doo-doo. Boop. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Boop. On. There it is. 8.
Um, you're probably kind of like busy, like looking at some other things other than like around you. And Tamara's like kind of like grabbing a pitcher of water, glass of water, kind of like pouring it and just like drinks and serves you like a glass of water.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, how long have you been part of your guild? I don't think I've ever managed to ask you that question.
Tamara kind of like kind of like sips her water a bit and like puts down and where the coaster is and just like puts down. And she's like, "Well, I've been in the Emerald Lions Guild for about 10 years.
I
Um,
imagine you started when you were quite young.
yeah. I was 10 at the time. So, my dad kind of like he was part of he was part of the guild and stuff. So he kind of like um helped me go into the guild, because he
They
was.
start off.
Hmm?
They start off that young.
Well, you see, my father is uh leader of the past leader of the Emerald Lions. He passed it on to me as a leadership. You know, when he passed away. You know, when I was 10.
Yes. My condolences to you.
Yeah, God, thanks. So, how about you? Um, how would you start adventuring?
Uh, well, that's a quite the interesting question. It's kind of been more of a family thing, so to speak. Much like you, my fathers and my father's father and whatnot. We are just a long line of traveling bards. They never really talked to me much about their own little adventures, but there was always something in our passages whenever we look at our history books that's been marked with a gold tab about some significant place in our history where we made a difference.
Really? Hmm. So long
Yeah.
line of adventures. So it's passed down. She knows.
Well, not necessarily adventurous, no. Well, I mean, yes, but, you know, traveling bards and whatnot. Our sole purpose is to go ahead and tell the stories about other fantastic heroes and whatnot in their heroics. But sometimes we dabble in our own little adventures as well, and that's when we usually mark with a gold tab for whatever case may be. In fact, I do remember this one particular gold tab in our history book. It was something about an ancestor that used to exist by the name of Miguel.
Hmm.
He was also a he was also a figgy.
So does that name kind of like pass by from Figaro to Figaro?
Well, not the name Miguel, no. I mean, it will pass down eventually, I'm certain, because most names are like that, and you're going to have but so much. But the name Figgy has existed in our generations for who knows how long. It's we've kind of lost track, so to speak.
Hmm.
But one thing
Interesting.
does remain certain: the one thing that not only does the golden tab that uses history books go down, but also my trusty guitar.
Hmm.
It may, it may look like it's in pristine condition now because I managed to keep it in nice and polished and clean and everything. But this guitar has seen more than its fair share of stories, so to speak.
Oh.
Anytime a new figure sees I guess start this journey, the guitar is in play, and it never stops. You
That
may not notice it because I managed to bump out the dents and everything every now and then with the help of a couple blacksmiths here and there. But this baby here,
they look
it can
fun.
play a lot, and
Mhm.
it can play a lot, and it can also smash a lot. See the little dent over here?
She checks the dent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see the dent.
Yeah, it was actually a lot bigger than that a couple of years ago.
Oh. Um. I mean.
A hobgoblin was getting rather rousy, and let's say we both had a mutual understanding that you don't haggle the performer.
Right. You never haggle the performer.
Oh no, that's a cardinal scene.
And she kind of like laughs at that in like this lighthearted like laughter. And she then like sobers up from the laughter. And so what else did you like did you hit with that guitar?
Well, I think I did mention reading something in the past about this guitar being used to hit the dragon across the face once, but that was more of a desperate measure. I personally never done that because I was never that close to a dragon, but I'm pretty certain one of my ancestors was. In fact, I think that little dent there was like the semblance of a dragon tooth.
Hmm.
I can imagine he was not happy when the tooth punctured a hole in the guitar. But luckily, we managed to get that fixed. It was
Fascinating.
not easy. Yeah, was not easy to fine tune it and everything. But yeah, this guitar is for lack of tested purposes, it's our pride and joy. We'd be nothing without it. No other guitar can do us the same.
No other guitar. What if I told you that I could, well, build a guitar for you?
While that would be nice, and I would graciously accept that, this guitar must stay with me at all times. It's kind of the rule. It is the rule of the figgies.
Right. And as you finish with like, saying that, the waitress comes back with like a serving plate with the food and stuff, and it's pretty like steaming hot. So it's like she kind of like has like mints and stuff. And just like puts it on on the table. Like, hello, here you go. Here's your food. Like one for Figgy and the other one, the other, the food for tomorrow and everything. Well served, like these big plates. And she's like, "Oh, enjoy your food, and enjoy." And she goes and kind of like busy bee like wait of a rake waitress at this point. There's more people coming in.
As the race just begins to leave, Figgy will do the quote unquote cringe thing of saying, "Thanks, you too."
All right, and they're like, "Ooh, food, great!" And cause like there's
What?
utensils around.
What happened?
Oh, well, it smells great. Goes and like just digs in and just like kind of like in Monster Hunter a little bit, but like
Mm-hmm.
less messier though.
Well, I mean, there's not that much food on the table, I imagine, so there's no need for the huge amount of mess. But I get that.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys eat, and when you guys are eating, about 20 minutes in, give me another perception check.
Okay. Do.
Okay, so pure eating and stuff. The corner of your eye, you kind of like a little bit like 3 tables away, kind of like see a light tan tiefling with reddish hair and like the horn kind of like stuck to the back and everything. Um, and with this kind of like fancy looking like attire with crossed arms. He's pretty tall. It's like he's like a 6'4", and he's looking kind of like for of his eye, kind of like keeping an eye on you, and then look away a little bit, and then look back again. Kind of like you're just kind of like eyeing you, kind of like an innate like way that's like kind of um like shifty, you know. Hello, hello, hello.
Did I? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You did you get all that?
Yeah, I did. I was asking, is he staring at me like intense, like with intent, or is it just more so he's staring in my general direction, but our eyes keep meeting?
With intent, more like with
Hmm.
intent and stuff like that. You don't know what kind of intent it is, but like just with intent.
I. Hmm. So Figgy, well, before Figgy says anything, he's gonna attempt to do a insight check.
Okay, an inside check on this guy. All right.
Yep, 19.
His passive deception. Okay, you beat. Okay, so he you can tell that this guy is a really one of those shifty looking kind of like dudes and stuff like that. He's not, he you can tell he's like there's not good vibes with him.
Hmm. All right. You know, if there's something that you would want to ask, you can just go ahead and ask it. You don't have to stare at me eating my food.
Mara kind of like looks up from her food, kind of like, and then like kind of like does the whole eyebrow raised a bit. But then the guy, but yeah, so the guy kind of like, or do you say this like loudly, or do you say this like in like whispering?
Loud enough for him to hear.
Alright, so it kind of reverberates across the across the way. Um, he kind of like you see him kind of like stand up, right? Clothes what looked like about like a book and stuff, and he kind of like tucked it in into his like backpack and stuff, and he kind of like starts to walk away, but like in the direction of the rooms
Hmm.
without saying anything. And I was like, that's a shifty looking dude.
Yeah, he was staring at me eat my chicken for some reason. And I don't think he was trying to compliment how good it looked.
Yeah, but he looks familiar though. Where did
How so?
I'm not sure. I mean, like it. He looks. It's like I can't put the name, but I know his face. Um, and then she tries to remember. Where is? He's like her brows furrow. Well, she's trying to like think about it. Uh, oh right. Um, I saw him when I was smaller. It was like about 12, but he's the son of the leader of the Crimson Moon. I mean the Bloodhawks.
Wait, you mean that you don't get along with very well, and the very
Yes.
same one, and the very same one that managed to leave a ship at the dock that had a bunch of people come attack the docks off that same ship.
Yeah, but what the heck is he doing here? I mean, he lost a bunch of guys in the pier. He's like, what is he still here?
Perhaps he's looking for a way to make some compensation, so to speak.
Probably. Or look for the shipment, because, you know, I don't know. Not sure he's still looking for that or something else. But those
It's
guys are
possible.
pretty dangerous.
So I guess instead of going to my room, that seems to be a bit off limits. Would you prefer that we go someplace else instead?
I mean, go check to see if he's nearby your room. If that's the case, then we could probably, yeah, go somewhere else in the city.
Well, then this begs the question: if he's here, who's to say that his other friends are not also around as well?
Yeah.
If I'm to venture a guess, if you've made such a loss of investment, you must have some way to make some form of a compensation, so to speak.
Hmm.
So the only other place I would think of that he wouldn't dare come to see us is only one of two locations. Either to the headquarters of your guild, or to your little hotel thing where you sleep. But then again, that might also be in question as well. Because if he's bold enough to come to me, he's probably bold enough to come after you.
Yeah. Well, perhaps another place where he's likely to find us. At least for tonight, and then tomorrow morning we'll come back to this tavern and you know see to that one job.
Then let us head to your guild headquarters instead. That may be the safest bet. I have nothing left in particular in my room to be worried about, so there's nothing of interest for him to find in there. The least he'll probably do is the most he can probably do is just leave a tab to try to clean the room up or something.
All right, let's go to the headquarters. But so it's a little bit um farther, a little bit farther away from the city.
How far are we talking exactly?
About 10 miles off.
Is
So,
there a mode of transportation that can get us there a little bit fast? That is convenient and nearby?
mm, we could try to find Klein if he's here. I mean,
Do you know where he possibly is?
um, let's see. Most likely the where blacksmithy is. So yeah, he's um probably he, he probably is there. If not, then the guild itself.
And how far is the smithy from this location?
It's not that far. It's like about a 2 minute walk.
Very well. Now let us proceed on our way then.
All right.
I believe these bones on my plate is enough time to tell me that yeah, it's time for us to go.
Yeah. And then she can like takes out like some gold and like put it on the table. Like, all right. Uh, kind of like chugs her lemonade and just like big thunk on the table and like, all right, let's go.
Mm.
And you guys go. Um, easy enough. Kind of like tomorrow knows the way to the blacksmith. So um, after walking over, you find a tavern. I mean not tavern. I mean blacksmithy. Um, so it's like a kind of like a metallic building, kind of like a one-story building. There's no door. Just like there's like fumes coming off of it, and like there's like little like smoke pipe like coming like off of smoke coming off of it. Um, so you guys walk inside, and um, there's like kind of like a counter with like a bunch of like display of like swords and like hammers and like your occasional like great sword and stuff like that, and you see um you see Klein kind of like helping this other dwarf kind of um help out with like making like a iron hammer and stuff, and the other dwarf is like, uh welcome to the shop. It's called a shop.
Is it a shop with two P's and an E, or is it just the OP at the end of it?
It's a Shope.
So a shop?
Yeah, the shop. It
You know
claims
what?
like
I can dig that.
that's a stupid name, and then the dwarf is like, shut it. It's my shop. I was like, Klein. Klein's like, oh, what do you want? Oh, and then puts down his chisel, and he's like, game on. Hi. I was like, so we might need your help. Boat?
For one,
Mhm.
transportation back to the guild, and for two, a potential job tomorrow morning. Well, it starts tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Sure. You know, job. Depends on how much we get paid, and for the
100 gold.
100 gold.
Yes.
Hmm. Kind of like this long like Pai Mei beard, and then like nods. Hmm. Who who needs helping?
Someone by the name of someone by the name of Silverhand from the
Oh,
Cobalt Sons.
you mean that Pris? I heard a lot about him. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll take whatever I could take for now. As for the ride, you, you going somewhere? With going to the guild?
Yes, that's correct. We would have normally stayed at the tavern that we were staying at, which is where the meet is going to be happening with Silverhand. Unfortunately, we've caught some bad vibes.
Bad vibes. But non-magical, magical. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
Bloody.
Bloody blood hooks.
Yeah. According to Tamara here, apparently
Hmm.
the leader is up and about, and he was noticing me eating my food for quite some time, so he must know that we were involved with the incident that happened at the docks a couple of days ago.
Ugh, the O'Brady man. Hmm. Yeah, you don't want to deal with him. He's very you could say sadistic. You say yeah, and travels in a lot of dark shade. Sure,
I've noticed.
I can. Well, he knows that he can't go into Emerald Lion's territory, which is our guild and parts of Rowan.
That's the idea. We were hoping to get back there as soon as we possibly can to avoid any potential conflicts because, for all intents and purposes, if he's here, who's to say what the rest of his little goons and guilds is also out there as well?
Someone's like, uh, yes, you know, yeah, I rather not deal with this guy because it's just I don't know, and like, Queen's like, don't worry, I'll help out. Anything for guild, a fellow guild member. Then kind of like clicked around. Oh, pay me back, yeah. And Tomorrow's like, yeah, fine, I'll pay you back later. Just kind of like, yeah, yeah.
Much appreciated, thank you. We will wait here while you go ahead and finish up your work.
Got it. Um, It'll be out about in about just like 15 minutes or so. Almost done with my shift and stuff. So yeah. I was like, all right, we'll wait for you outside. And he slowly starts to walk out, and Clan goes back to his work and stuff. And the dwarf kind of like looks, kind of like, all right, go back to work. They go back to work.
Well, considering that we do in fact have some time,
Hmm.
uh, let's just start trying to read one of these scrolls out.
Okay. And which one
Uh,
did you pick up?
I want to go through the Stairway to Heaven one.
Oh, okay. So it'll be you look at the scroll, and there's like these musical notes and the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the little like beginning rift at the beginning. Um, and Tomo kind of like looks over his shoulder and like, that looks a little bit complicated when those symbols, but those lyrics, what are those lyrics? Squints at them.
Oh, well, the lyrics are supposed to complement the musical notes that you see here. These musical notes are supposed to tell you the type of tone and the type of speed that you're supposed to play your instrument at intervals. So, for
Okay.
example, this one right here, this is the eighth note, which means I have to hold my hands like this and position my guitar in such a manner to where pluck it like this, hold the string right here, and then he strums one of the strings like that.
Ooh.
And then you start combining the multiple little notes and riffs and you keep it going. You move your left hand and all right, it doesn't matter which one. You move that going up and down the riff to provide certain tones. So this one down here that's more of a lower tone. And there's one up here that provides a higher tone.
Ooh.
And that's pretty much how that instrument kind of works. There's also little other fun tricks that I can do with this thing as well. But that's more so a thing that Tabaxi can do alone. See, first and foremost, this is a rather, despite the fact that it is made have a metal casing outside that's rather intense, this is in fact an acoustic guitar. So if you just provide enough force on it, just right, you can produce a sound that's similar to what's the best way to describe it? and there's a drum. So
Ooh, and then she starts to like kind of like add position like kinda with her hands or the kind of like patting her knee and stuff.
yeah, stuff something like that. So I can slap this bass. I can slap the area of the guitar that is not covered in string and produce a bit of an acoustic sound, so to speak. And if I want to give it a little bit more of a tapping sound, I can use my claws that I use as my pick for my guitar and just start tapping on that as well.
She starts to she starts to take notes while you say while you what you're demonstrating and saying and everything. Fascinating. I mean, all I know is that music just goes make noises.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to make noise. It's not really meant to be quiet. Well, I mean, it can be quiet, but it's more like a slow dulcet tone, so to speak, if you perform it just right. In other forms, it's a bit louder. You may have noticed it before when I would perform something like Through the Fires and Flames or something like that, and it would be extremely loud. Well, that was the point of the song, is to be very loud. It's for all those that are in range to hear it. It's supposed to provide inspiration to not only us, but also to drive fear into our enemies a little bit. To get them confused about, what's going on? Why is this person doing this thing right here, right now? And what is this epic music going on? You know, stuff like that.
Yes. Yes. It's just like she's liking this idea too. You could tell.
Yeah, music can help provide a lot of ambiance and flavor to your everyday life if you manage to perform it right. However, if it doesn't sound right to your ears, then of course it does sound like noise, and then it becomes very frustrating and irritating.
Right. So
So I imagine when you find music as mostly noise, you haven't really found any good music to actually listen to.
she like
At least
nods
that,
at that.
at least that's my interpretation as a bot.
She's like writing down some notes and stuff like that, and she kind of like, well, let's see. Well, music is an art. It sounds like, and
Oh, music is absolutely an art. It's not that different from painting, actually, or crafting a new piece of equipment, such as the blacksmith. The blacksmith perform their own works of art. The bars perform their works of art with creating their music, and painters make their art by painting,
artificers make trinkets and gadgets.
which is also a form of art.
Arts everywhere. We're all interconnected.
Indeed, we are. Speaking of which, this does one question, just a small tangent. We made mention about my guitar earlier, but what about that flamethrower?
Oh, he just takes out the flamethrower. Yo, you mean Artemis? Yeah, I built her since let's see, I started building her since I was like 15. But then I modded it and everything. But she's my baby. She's like she says the word baby, her eyes kind of like sparkle.
I can see you treated her with quite the care of a mother.
Yeah, I mean like and it kind of like displays like the flamethrower kind of like in your general direction, like holding it like not the muzzle like in front, but like kind of like in the side.
Mm-hmm.
It's craftsmanship. And it's like this nozzle here. She starts like showing. It's kind of like one of those modern ones, but like lighter.
A modern flamethrower, I imagine, is a lot heavier than the one that you're wielding.
Yes, I made sure that it has like a light light metallic alloy, and trying to like I tested it a couple times. Then until I got it right and to my liking, and here we are.
Now, if I'm to assume correctly, do flamethrowers usually produce different flames, or do you just produce one type of flame? Like,
um
there's fire, and then there's dragon fire, and then there's that inferno tiefling fire, and then there's the uh magic fire. Wood fires like that. Does it do that, or is it just the normal roast your marshmallows type fire and or burn your house down type fire?
well, at the moment it does have the regular fire, but what you mentioned with the whole different modes and stuff, that's a great idea. I should probably like implement it like into Artemis.
And the name Artemis, does that stand for something?
This well, it's according to like a lot of like books that I've read. Artemis is like the twin goddess of the moon, while her other counterpart Apollo is the sun god of knowledge. But it's also a pretty name as well, so I called my flamethrower Artemis.
He nods. I see. But it is a fitting name for the weapon of that. I'm sorry, not the weapon. For a baby of that strong potential.
And
You have named it well.
she can like hug it. She hugs it a little bit. She's like, yeah. I mean, it's I take her everywhere I go.
You don't sleep with her on your bed now, do you?
Underneath my bed, just in case.
Okay. Okay, at least you have some form of common sense.
Yes. In case some dude just barges into my house, I'll just burn him.
I
And she,
imagine, but I imagine cleaning up the mess afterwards is not necessarily fun now, is it?
I mean, no, not really. Uh, uh. So yeah, that's Artemis. Goes and like puts it away, like kind of like behind her back. You always see the flamethrower behind her back, kind of like those big shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get back to reading the rest of the score.
All right. Let's see, reading the scroll, and are you going to like wanting to learn about it, how to like play it?
Yeah, I want to learn how to play it so I can get the benefits from using said scroll to
Okay.
potentially learn a new spell.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. What would that be? Give me an intelligence roll for that to have the knowledge and stuff like that.
Intelligence is just a flat one. All right, cool.
16. Alright.
16.
Yeah, so this is Sword of Heaven, right? You're that you wanted to learn?
Could you repeat that?
Is this Sword of Heaven that you're trying to like learn, or some other one?
Uh, as like a certain spell from that song specifically.
Oh, like, are you learning from Stairway to Heaven or some other song that you want to learn?
We were doing Stairway to Heaven for right now.
Okay. Um, as you're looking at the notes and everything, that's the notes themselves. The beginning part, the intro part, is really easy to like, pinpoint because it's um, it's a little bit iconic and stuff like that. And it's not that hard. Like learning the beginning part of the song, the middle part of the song, you're starting to learn and everything, and eventually you kind of you get it to get the song and stuff. Um, the song and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually you got the about 80% of the song like good. So, and you as you're playing it, you kind of like you start to feel kind of like some a new knowledge in your head.
Okay.
Um, and you automatically give me an Arcana to see which spell that would be.
All right. 20 plus Arcana is +3. Big money, big money, big money, big money.
Big money,
18.
big money, big money, big money. Yes. Okay. Um, you're starting. Let's see. To let's see. You have learned the spell called Lightning Lure.
Lightning lure.
Yes. It's in the D&D Beyond. So let me just show you the do collections, no game rules. All the spells. Alright. It's for Bard as well. Um, let's see. Let me just. Where'd it go? Okay, so basically, it's a spell where you could like it's lightning, and you could just get over here, but with like lightning.
Oh.
uh, okay, where'd it go? Okay, yes, lightning lure is it's a cantrip. Here, I'll show it to you. It says you create a flash of lightning energy to strike at one creature of your choice that you can see within 15 feet of you. The target must succeed a strength saving throw or to be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you, and then take 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet of you. So yeah,
Oh.
yeah, lightning layer.
Do you have that written down so I can like save it in my notes for later?
Yeah, I'll screenshot it and I'll and then I'll it's in the uh D&D Beyond. You can probably add that in there.
All right. Sounds good.
Let me grab. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let me just save it up and save as. And then I'll post it up in the uh save image as. I'm on computer. Yay! All right. Okay,
Sweet.
and yes, and I'll like send it to you on the Discord. Yeet. All right. Let me grab the Figgy info DM. Okay. computer. Complete computer, please.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's actually badass. Right, there it is. Okay. New spell acquired. There you go. There it is.
Nice.
Yeah, it is sorcerer, warlock, wizard, artificer, but I could give it to you as a free. You learn lightning lure. Get over here. Yeah, there's that. You learn lightning lure from the 80% of the learning of Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, that was interesting.
Did you learn something? I mean, of course you learned something. I mean, you learned a new song.
Well, I almost got it down pat, but I seem to have gotten a little bit of something else along with it. It's
Uh,
quite the shocking experience.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo. You just hear someone in the background. Doo-doo. Background. Wow. You're being your jokester for today.
Well, that I am the fixer after all. I have to be a little bit funny here and there.
Right, yeah, you're the fixer. He like starts like laughing a bit.
It is a bard's duty after all to at least provide some form of laughter in times of uncertainty.
Yeah,
So at least I'm glad I'm able to do that at least.
I'm glad we got a bard in the guild finally.
Were there not any other bards before?
Well, a lot of bards just either want to go do their own thing, like slay dragons, or like charm dragons, or charm people, or just do their own thing with their performances and stuff like that.
Did you say Trauma Dragon?
Yes. Well, a couple of them, anyways.
Did they succeed?
No,
Oh,
a couple of people, a couple of them failed. Some of them succeeded.
wait. So wait, hold on. You're saying people actually succeeded in Charming Dragons?
Yes, just a
Okay, so now
few.
Figgy does this pose where it's like he's just staring intently, but you know how cats give you that like glossy, starry-eyed stare?
Hmm.
You must tell me everything about how that happened. It is very important.
No, I mean, I mean, like, I'm only gonna tell you what actually the person told me. Okay, I'm not.
You can you can see Figgy's eyes so intently that you can actually tell what time of day it is.
No. She's like, oh, whoa there, calm down, buddy. Are you sure you want to learn how to actually charm a dragon?
Uh, I'm not gonna say no, but I will say after we're done with this mission.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then it's at this time that um Klain comes out of the smithy. It's been 15 minutes already. You guys were talking about stuff, um, and learning about stuff. So eventually, Klain kind of like comes out of the smithy and like, oh, I'm off my shift.
Ah, that's good. Glad you managed to finish up in decent time. I hope we didn't disturb your work or anything like that too hard.
Ah, it's all good. Like I was almost out of my shift anyways. So let me just grab my carriage. Goes and where the carriages are parked and just like it's like a big cart, so it's like and then comes back with the cart. Okay. He's like on the driver's seat. All right, hop in, you two.
Many thanks.
Welcome, lad. And Tamar hops and like, and you guys are going to the guild, and you guys are heading over there. You guys are heading over there. Um,
Hmm.
while you're heading over there, while you're riding, it takes you about 10 more minutes to get to the ride to the guild and stuff. Um, and you get there, and it's a small establishment, but it's kind of like a house. So you parked in front, with the horses and everything, and Tamara like kind of like looks out the window, then kind of like once it stops, she kind of like opens the opens the door to the carriage and stuff like that, and she kind of stretches like, "Over here already? Great."
Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever actually been here.
Yeah, I've been here for a while, uh, months, but yeah, there's that. Thanks, Klein. Klein's like, "You're welcome. Do you want me to stay until you do your business there, or or be off my way?"
Uh, you can be on your way. We're most likely going to be staying here for the night. We'll be meet up backing up in the morning so we can get back to the tavern.
Like tomorrow, like, "Oh yeah, yeah. Meet us in the morning. Like I'll talk to you about something." Sure thing, lass. And you guys get off the carriage, and he just like, "Yeah," and like goes and does his own. Probably goes back to Rowan,
Hmm.
and you guys enter the.
But buddy, I always had the impression that he was going to stay here. I didn't think he would just, leave off to do his own thing. But to each his own. If you got your own place to live at, go back home.
He's probably going to stay in an inn in Rowan. Hopefully not in the same tavern as that one guy.
Hopefully not. That would be rather difficult.
Yes. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he knows how to defend himself since he has a big iron hammer. That's why he's called Clean Iron Hammer. He carries a hammer everywhere he goes, even at work.
Ah, yes, that must have been what he was working on back at the smithy.
Yeah. So
Well, even if he does know how to wield it around, he still needs to be careful. So hopefully he'll do just that. But I trust he will be.
yeah, he's a strong dwarf. Yeah. Anyways,
You got a lot of those around here.
yep. And then he goes like him. There's like this door around the house, and she knocks on with the with the metallic knocker there, like poof, poof, poof. right? Um, at the time, it's about like 10 or 11 p.m. and you guys hear like big burly footsteps coming towards the door, and either and then there's like a slit like right above the the knocker, and like it just slides open, and you see like kind of like furry eyebrows, like big furry eyebrows, kind of like unibrow, with kind of like yellowish eyes, and you kind of like hear like you see kind of a little bit of like a minotaur now. It's like, hello, yeah, no, who? Oh, what is it? Password? Tomorrow's like, the password is Emerald. Like, oh, come in. Oh, it's the boss. I, I'll let you in. And go and it closes and like just opens a door. Right before you is like this big basically a about 7 foot tall minotaur with like kind of like a lot of hair on his head, black hair, horns kind of like up, and with his like yellow eyes, and he's a beefy looking guy. With
Oh,
shirtless, but like he's shirtless, but like he's like uh just just pants and like barefoot. He's like, oh, welcome back, boss. Someone's like, up, ease up, Bertrand. Alright, Gus. At ease. And they kind of like off to the side. And someone like, hmm?
quite the force that you have here.
Yeah, that was our security guard or bodyguard. His name is Bertrand.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Bertram. I hope I said your name right.
Bertrand. Uh, hello, tiny cat person. You must be new.
Relatively speaking, yes.
Hmm.
The the name is Figgy. It is a pleasure to meet. It is a pleasure to meet you. Figgy sticks his hand out.
He kind of like slowly like grew up, like basically like big hooved hand grabs Figgy's hand, squeezes a little bit, tug a little bit. Nice to meet you too, little cat friend Figgy. Welcome to the guild. This is where we have some of our barracks and other cool things for guild members, and yeah, sure. It's like a general house for guild members to stay in. So some guild members prefer to go and sleep in the city. That's just fine.
So you could kind of say it's like a home away from home, correct?
Yeah, something like that. Tomorrow like
I can
nods.
understand that.
So, um, well, like, what were you saying in the barracks? I'll fill you in, Butcher, on what's happening around town in a few seconds or so. Will I get things situated? You're on. And Bertrand's like how like salute and like then goes at ease and just like watches it.
Right.
Right. Um. So we're gonna like lead you, like kind of like give you a little tour of the guild. There's a shower room. There's a bedroom. There's the mess hall. There is the gardens, or like the general like court area, and then we got the basically the where you like kind of like play pool and like ping pong and like just regular like hangout area. Um, and also kind of like where the animal pen is, kind of like the horses, and like um there is where the dogs are, because there's like three dogs,
Hmm.
like guard dogs and stuff like that. So it's basically guarded as well. So it's like general areas that she shows you and stuff like that. And so yeah, the moment place is a little bit big, and let's see.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You have a lot of space in here.
Yeah. We do have a lot of people in here too. Let's see how many people are in there. As you're walking through, there's about 84 people in there. Like it's pretty like noisy. Um, there's like a lot of guild members of everyday walk day of life and everything. There is different races, different species, different like um way shapes and forms and stuff. Like there's a couple of tabaxis here and there, and then there's minotaurs. Basically, it's a mixture of almost everything in here.
Hmm. Quite the collection of guild members you have here. Are there also old members of the guild as well?
The majority is but then there's also the new adventures like yourself as here as well. Though they do have other missions of the guild. Other the relic retrieving stuff like that. So
I see.
and sometimes we have like let's say like a noble kind of like wants us to help them with like a certain um like disturbance or in no disturbance in the common folk and stuff, like let's say goblin invasion sometimes.
Ah, the classic.
Yep. And we also sometimes send in diplomats as well. Some of them, anyways.
Sometimes a pen is just as good as a sword, or
Hmm.
so I've been told.
Right. So yeah, there's that. There is the rooms if you want to rest up in one of those. I'll just let Marianne know that you'll be occupying um one of the rooms for tonight.
Marianne?
Yeah, Marianne's the clergywoman in the counter over there. She just points at there's this like furbog woman, kind of like brown hair and like kind of like pretty tall, and she's kind of like hunched over with paperwork. She looks over like, "Hi, oh, you're a new face. Welcome." And just like,
Hello.
"Hello, uh, you, you here to register for a room?"
Yes, I am. My name is Manuel Figueroa.
Manuel Figaro. How you spell that? Figaro.
Uh, Figueroa. Igereaux.
Okay. All right. Can I give you the room key? Here you go. You'll be in room 105, which is a little bit way over there.
Ah,
I'm Someone was like, "Thanks, Marianne." And they kind of like waves at Marianne. Marianne
figure will
nods.
also
Hmm?
figure will also do the same. Thank you very much, Miss Marianne.
Oh, you're welcome. And then under her breath, she's like, "Ah, okay. I like this job." Because he just goes back and like starts with her paperwork again.
She seems nice.
Yeah, it's she's very people. Yeah, very people oriented and everything. Very customer servicey, which we definitely need in this guild. Some happy faces, and after a long day and stuff, and yeah. As
I see.
she walks you to your to the room that Marianne said.
All right. Figure will take the key. Okay. Room 105. This is it right here. Puts the key into the lock. Twists it. Opens it, thinking nothing bad will happen or anything like that. Because why would it?
Why would it? So you open it, nothing happens, and basically it's a bed, nightstand, like kind of like a window, um, like kind of like a wardrobe, um, and like a little like bathroom where you have to go to the bathroom, and like mirror and like an other dresser, kind of like a typical kind of like hotel room.
Huh.
There you go. Well, go ahead and rest up, and I'll grab a room, and we'll see each other tomorrow.
Uh, yeah, I suppose we could do that, but were you still down to practice a bit of the tango first?
Uh, give me persuasion. He's thinking about it.
All right. Persuasion is. I should have a good score on that. I do. 16?
Oh, um, she's gonna like, and then she looks at Biggie. She's like, and then shrugs. All right, Tango doesn't hurt. Goes over to Figgy.
All right. Okay. So this is just the opportunity to use that, learn that other scroll to hut for that Spanish tango thing that we talked about.
Yeah. So for that, give me intelligence roll. Well, she. Okay, so you're learning that one. Okay. Yeah. Give me an intelligence roll. Oops.
That's a 9.
No, no. Don't you have? Wait, is inspiration? Do you have inspiration or not?
I didn't cast Bardic Inspiration on myself or anything like that.
Oh,
Uh,
or okay.
Yeah, I don't have
Um.
any inspirations on me.
Okay. Tomorrow's gonna help you out to give you as for advantage.
All right.
Okay.
12.
So you at first it kind of is a little bit difficult, but then you get the flow of the song and you learn it, and and you know, you learn the song, but you don't learn anything magic at the moment. But you do, get like a little bit the mood of things and everything for the song.
All right. Well, that covers the song portion of it,
Hmm.
and now we just need to work a little bit more on the dance.
Right. So she's gonna try to. Well, you're gonna teach her to give me a charisma. Well, she tries also for charisma, just basic charisma as well. Mm.
Mm.
Um, you try your best in teaching Tamara, and she gets the flow of of the tango, the moves and stuff, and like the sway and stuff like that. No, she needs a little bit of a push to actually learn uh the other half. So if you like to try that again, you could be able to do with a charisma check as well.
I'll try that again.
Mm-hmm. Plus.
Yeah, I wrote that wrong.
Okay. Cool.
It,
Alright. This time you taught her the other half. And she's not getting it exactly, but she's trying to tell. Um and then she's like getting a little bit frustrated. She's like, okay, I'm not getting this right. Ah.
no, no, no. It's fine. I told you the dancing part is going to be the hard part of the whole tango thing. This is a two-person dance after all. So this is why we're both here learning it at the same time. I mean, I have experience with it because I've done it before. I'm just a bit rusty, but I wouldn't worry about it. And besides, it's not like you're totally off balance or anything like that. You are moving quite well.
Thank you. I like I let me just try to learn one more time.
I'm pretty certain that this time we can do it. This is just his way of casting bardic inspiration this time.
Okay. And then you have advantage as well because this time it's yeah.
All right, all right. Now we just go ahead and you just take my hand,
Okay.
and I'll make sure to put my hand like this on
Hmm.
the wrist a little bit, and we're just going to take it slow and just slowly gonna try to speed it up over time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's an
18,
18,
19.
and now let's see what the revenge is gonna look like.
Oh.
21.
Okay. She also has advantage as well. Um.
Not 20.
Oh wow. Okay. That like pep talk kind of like basically helped her um get the whole thing perfectly, and you're teaching Tamara how to like well, so you're good. You taught Tamara how to dance the tango. She's
So
like,
they're just kind of just having fun doing the tango at this point.
yeah. She's like, wow, this wow, that's pretty easy. Thanks, Vicky.
Yeah, no problem. I told you the dance wasn't that hard. Well, I mean, it was hard, but I mean, it's it is a very intimate dance that requires two people to be in sync at the same time. But I had a feeling that you would be able to, you know. match, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah, that was great.
I should probably let go of your hand now.
Right. Cause she kind of like also like to go. She like steps back a bit, and she like kind of like combs her hair with her hand a little bit, like so uh should probably be going.
uh, probably. It'd probably be best. Thank you again for all your help with learning the songs. Perhaps I can rely on you again?
You're welcome. Of course. Anything for a fellow guild member.
Right.
Right.
Fellow guild member.
I mean,
Well,
yeah. And kind of like wipes her face a little bit and kind of like slowly like inch towards the door, and finally kind of like gets into the doorway, kind of like opens the door and then comes out, peeks, and like, good night.
good night, my friend.
All right, and just closes. You hear quick footsteps, and you kind of like hear Tamara like kind of like shout in infernal.
I hope that was a pleasant shout.
Yeah, it was. And then shout fades and like spits kind of like fade, and then like door opening and just close.
And with that, my job is done.
Yep. Okay. And Figgy goes to sleep.
He does indeed go to sleep.
Yeah. And that's where I'm gonna pause the session and fade to black. So yeah.
End scene.
End scene. Yes. All right. That was great. Um, thank you for um being in session.
Thank you for allowing these sessions to happen.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
certainly hope that I certainly hope that these are entertaining experiences because like I think we stated before this is the first time we've ever done like one-on-one sessions like this ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the first time that I have these one-on-one sessions with a player. So normally it's about two or three, probably six people like in the party and stuff. So yeah. So anyways, thank you watchers for watching this. If you like any of this, like or subscribe. It's okay. So anyways, thank you everybody for watching, and Wreck Wolf out. See you guys later. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.